Hello and welcome back, everyone. I just went to the florist because I got a message from Christine in Nevada who said I needed to go check out the florist and there was a housewarming gift for me. And this is incredible because this is the first plant. And I'm very worried about killing these because I'm not very good with plants, but this is the first plant. And this is the second. And they promised that all I need to do is water them twice a week and I'll be okay. But I'm really scared because I've killed every other plant that someone has given me and I don't want to do that. So really glad for this opportunity. So thank you, Christine. And I keep getting boxes. People keep sending stuff from the wish list and stuff from just their own, desire to help or something that I didn't even think of. And I want to say thank you, but I'm also trying to figure out a way to expand this and get back because there are so many people getting out of long-term incarceration who are struggling with transitions in their lives who don't have that support. And I want to make sure that it's if anybody has the space that we could start doing care packages for people getting out of prison. There's a group in North Carolina called Our Journey Together that does that, and they give everybody a gift card, some basic information about their area, like a really good kind of starting point. And so I'm hoping that's something that we can do here. Everybody that I've reached out to so far hasn't had the space, been able to support it. And we did a fund drive last year for The Haven, which is a local homeless shelter, and we gave some supplies to Region 10, which is a local community service board, and they act as kind of a last-ditch resource for people that need the help. But I have more packages, so I'm going to open these packages and continue to say thank you because it's insane. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those days. Like, Monday hasn't quite started yet, even though we had a bunch of things. Oh my God. It's a digital camera, so it's like a long-form, like YouTube type camera. Am I opening this wrong? Yes, I am. Wow. Well, we are now going to have like a dedicated long-form camera, so hopefully we can do some bigger, better videos. It is kind of weird to like look at the phone like this. God, this is amazing. Thank you. Yeah. Hold on. Who is this from? From Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, we are definitely going to do some good videos. The other thing I did was met with an organization today that I think we're going to be able to partner with that I'm really excited about. So Resilience Education, I've got a history of having talked to them or worked with them before. They connect MBA students, like grad students going to business school, with people in prison to teach life skills, financial literacy, entrepreneurship. They essentially prepare people to get out and prepare people to be able to start their own businesses and create their career journey, and then also have a network of people when they get out that they mentor. So they've got, I think, their third edition of the pilot running. Well, they'll connect people with other business students, with business owners, with CFOs, with people who have perspective they can share to hopefully expand the opportunities that people have getting out of incarceration, and also try to connect them with some of the resources. So I think they're a great organization, and we're going to look at highlighting some of their stories come April, which is Second Chances Month. And one of the things we're going to start doing is trying to share more stories to humanize people's journey, as well as to highlight the organizations and individuals that are making changes and making an impact, which I think is so huge. Okay, we have a camera. We have another box. Good. When somebody got on me about opening things with a steak knife, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you're supposed to open with, but I will figure it out. We have an iron, so we can be fancy. And the iron caddy, the thing that goes on the back of the door so we can hang it. And this is also a gift from Emma. Thank you. Thank you. Again, people have just been so generous, and it's kind of overwhelming sometimes because it begins to feel like, I feel this guilt, like I don't deserve this. I'm no more deserving of this than anybody else. And I'm going to make the best of it. And I'm going to try to find ways to pass it forward. But it can feel like a lot. So thank you, everybody, for believing me and then also kind of insisting. All right, last thing. It's a tripod for the camera. So again, we can set this up. And I've got a couple people, I've talked to a couple of the big like YouTube people I've met that have insisted that at some point I need to get a better camera and a better setup. So I think that's what I'm doing. It's all very new to me. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm figuring it out. Yeah. So we have a tripod for the camera. Sweet. So yeah, we're going all professional now. But then I have to figure out how to edit and how to do that other stuff. And like I said, when we do that with the nonprofit, when we start highlighting more stories and organizations, I'm gonna have to work on those skills because I'm not a videographer. I actually have to go try to figure out a way to get new headshots because I didn't think about when I cut all my hair off, and now that all these places want headshots, it's I look a little bit different, so I need to rearrange. But Again, I'm really excited about Resilience. I'm excited about some of the other organizations. There's another local group called the Fountain Fund that I really love. I mean, I kind of like look at those as like the organizations that are making a big impact. They do small loans to people getting out of long-term incarceration. Help them pay off fines, help them get housing, help them start businesses, essentially make sure that they have what they need to get started, because so many people don't have that resource or those resources. And we're going to look at, one of their central points when I was meeting with their CEO or their director was about trying to empower people and tell their stories and, allow people to be seen in the world. And so again, that's something we hope we can do. We can highlight them, we can kind of capture their journey, because it's really easy to think of people getting out of incarceration as a monolith. It's just one thing. But everybody's got a different story. I mean, some people just want to go to college. Some people just want to start a business. Some people just want to have a family. Some people just want to travel. I mean, everybody has something different that they want. But what we found is that people just want to succeed and they want to kind of stand on their own 2 feet. And I think that's, again, the myth that's kind of perpetrated, that you have to do it alone, that you have to stand on your own feet. And ultimately, yeah, we want to be self-sufficient. We want to be able to support ourselves and support others. But everybody that's there, at least everybody that I know, has had help. They've had connections. They've had mentors. They've had people that have, guided them along the way. And even if they haven't, just think how much more they could have done if they had worked together rather than trying to do it all themselves. And I think that's one of the biggest things is we can allow, connections and support and opportunities in our lives and then grow from that and make the best of it. I think it's an amazing opportunity. Because, I want to do the best I can with this life. I want to leave the world a little bit better than I found it. I want to have a positive impact on people. I want to leave people with a smile or a memory. And that's a journey. So, anyways, we got all these things open. I guess I'm going to put them together, and I guess I'll start playing with the camera since that's good. Like I said, it's a Monday that I really still haven't kind of recovered from the weekend. It's been, it's just been a long time with California and then friends over the weekend, and then a friend had a birthday yesterday, and it was a big blowout. To try to get going. But we've got a bunch of meetings this week. I've got, I'm kind of excited. Really trying to network with people in the community, because the other thing I realized is working in the nonprofit space, there's so many groups out there that are doing good work that don't know about each other, and then half the time it's just about having conversations and connections and knowing where we can send somebody or where somebody else can send people to us or vice versa. And really, again, trying to look at the impact, because it was really easy to say while I was in there, I want to get out and I want to teach TBT classes, or I want to get out and I want to do these things. And I've realized that it's a lot more complicated than that. That eventually, when you deal with liability, when you deal with concerns over getting into institutions that are not always the most open to get into, it's just a process. And sometimes we have to figure out what the need is and the best way to do it, rather than just kind of coming from the outside and saying we have a solution. Because a lot of times there are people in these communities that we're trying to serve that are already doing the work, that don't have the recognition or don't have the funding. And if we can drive awareness to them, we can drive funding to them, hopefully we can continue to allow them to have a bigger impact, or maybe even, provide them with training or find them the resources they need to have a larger impact still. And that's the whole point. It's not about who does it. It's not about what it looks like. It's about making sure the work gets done, because, every person that gets out of prison that goes back is, essentially a burden on the taxpayer, is creating a victim in many cases, is, creating problems. Whereas we can allow people to succeed when they get out. We can give them the tools and the resources. That's a person who becomes an active brother and father and business owner or employee or, taxpayer or whatever. I just think it makes a difference. The other night, actually, I ran into a guy that I was locked up with. He was walking out of a bar, and I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, Josh? He's a guy with, some special challenges in this life, and he's been in and out his whole life, and I worry because he'll probably go back, if he hadn't made some serious changes, because he does really well in a stable environment. He goes in an institutional setting, he gets the medication he needs, and he does well. And then he gets out, and he doesn't necessarily do that well without structure. And I would like to believe that he's somebody who can find structure in his life or build structure in his life, but I'm not sure that's the case. Some people, we just need that. We need that community or connection or whatever it is to allow us to build or have that structure in our lives. And an institutional setting can be a really good case for that. But now that I've rambled and opened boxes and I got a camera to play with and I got plants to look at, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me.